Great afternoon and happy Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just make sure that my volume is up accordingly and that we are rocking and rolling. So, it is a Saturday afternoon, and I just want to welcome everybody once again to another installment here, a Transformation Greatness, along with the Small Business Network podcast. I am your host here, Shawn A. White. And for all those that have been wishing me a speedy recovery, I appreciate you so much. I'm sounding better. I don't know what's going on. Like, it must be like a bug that's out there or something, because man, I haven't been 100% since Thursday, but I'm glad I'm feeling better. Not at 100%, but you know what though? I'll take it because I'm feeling better and I'm feeling stronger. So for all those that have wished me speedy recovery, your prayers, I appreciate you a ton. And for that, I'm very humbled by that as well. But I want to go ahead and jump into something that's bigger than myself. And that's why I titled this For the Voiceless. If you're watching this, do me a favor, if you will. Put in hashtag live. If you put in live, let me know exactly where you're tuning in from. And if you should happen to catch this on a replay, go ahead and put in hashtag replay. I was inspired by this by someone I consider as a mentor and a good friend. I don't know if she's watching this or not, so I'm going to actually put her name in the comments here, and hopefully that she is watching this, Miss Bess McCarty. And she is someone that we have been friends for quite some time, a number of years, and she is someone that is a mind and body therapist. She is someone that has been around the block here in network marketing and on social media for a number of years. She is an absolute expert at what she does, but more importantly, she's an even greater human being in a person. And one of the things that came about that is that as we were discussing and catching up, as far as on how our year went, she mentioned something to me that really sparked something. And I want to remember on what that was, because she's so much of a light worker and she's so much of a person that she's willing to listen to what the other person is saying rather than cutting them off. And her tone is just such a nurturing tone. That's why I consider her as being a light worker. And we were actually discussing on how there are individuals that may be loud and proud and very boisterous, especially on social media or even in person. And no judgment, no condemnation, because that's just their personality. That's the way that they're wired. But if you also notice too, we're living in a time and age where people are looking for true, authentic, real people. Not to say that they're not the ones that I mentioned, but people are looking for the real. They're looking for authentic people. And a lot of times you have individuals that feel like that they have a voice. They have a message. They have something to convey. But because of past experiences, because of maybe constant rejection, because of constant criticism and cynicism, they have allowed for their voices to be let down, to be turned down, so to speak. So this message here and this talk is going to be titled For the Voiceless, because I truly believe that we as vessels, as those that have a platform, it's our duty and obligation not only to let others know of who we are and what we have going on in our current lives or in our business, but also to celebrate those that are just as talented, that are just as gifted and skilled, and to speak on their behalf. One of the things that I love with the great Les Brown, in which that he has a knack, he has a gift on the art of storytelling. He can basically take your story, listen to it in so many words, and then craft it in such a way that you'll be like, wow, you know what? Yeah, that's exactly my story. And you explained it so much more better than I could. And that is his gift. And that's what really made him to be the legend in which that he is. And he's constantly teaching. He's constantly equipping others to be master storytellers. With that being said, we can go ahead and do the same as well. We can speak for those that are gifted, that are skilled, and we can share their story. We can speak on their behalf. We can speak on things in which we can be passionate about, in which they're passionate about. We can speak on issues in which may not be popular, but is so much more needed. And I just truly believe if for my content creators, for all those that are speakers, for all those that are for, social justice or human rights or whatever capacity that you are working in, I just believe during this time and moving forward into 2024, we need to do a whole lot more than that. At the same token, there is a sense or a group of people that may feel like, well, Shawn, I don't want to do that because I don't want to ruffle any feathers, or I want to be politically correct, or I don't want to rock the boat. And I understand that. I truly, truly understand that. And this message is not for everybody. Absolutely not. This is only for those that can truly resonate and understand where I'm coming from here. There has to be a certain point where we say, it has to be bigger than myself. It has to be bigger than the product or service in which that I stand behind. And so I ask you, hey, Brother Dave, peace, King, welcome. King, if you can do me a favor, if you can share this into the entrepreneur roundtables, kings and queens, man, that would be amazing. And I just believe that with our platforms that we use, with the springboard, the opportunity to be here on Facebook, to really stand up and just speak on behalf of those that cannot speak for themselves, I believe that we can serve of a tremendous value and become a tremendous asset, not only as far as here on this platform, but also in our respective communities. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? And even right now, as I stand to you, again, I'm not 100%, but yet I'm willing to stand here alone, independent, and basically speak on behalf of that individual. Because I remember at a point in time, there was I was the one that's be like, man, I would love to speak like that. Man, I have so many ideas and concepts that I know can bring value, but no one's going to listen to me, man. Or because I don't have a college degree, I don't have the credentials, I don't have the right connections, the hookup, who would want to listen to me, right? I'm not in that 6-figure or 7-figure plateau status. Who even pay attention to me? I was that individual. I was that guy. So I get it. Trust me, I get it. However, as we're shifting, closing out 2023, embarking into 2024, I challenge you and I encourage you all to look deep within ourselves. Find that individual that has a story, that overcame some stuff, that's been through some stuff, and that's willing to share. That would be willing to say, hey, I may not be strong enough to share my story. Would you be willing to? I may not be willing to write that. Would you be able to be the sounding board? Because we have more than enough individuals on this platform that are super talented, super amazing, When it comes to content creation, you guys are kings and queens. I mean, you do circles around me. Like, my goodness. Don't be surprised. I may be coming to you with some ideas, right? But when it comes to this live stream, where we have an opportunity to really use this platform, and which, by the way, you're not paying a cent, to push that button and to be the vessel, to be that voice for that man or woman. Do you know, by you having the courage to come on here, to not worry about what another individual thinks, to have that confidence, and to really be able to tell another person's story in such a light to where it puts a smile on their face, or it shifts their mood or emotion or perspective on life. Do you know that's bigger than any lucrative big contract that you can actually get? And I know that from experience because that happened to me a couple of times, guys. When will we get past the point, ladies and gentlemen, that is bigger than our product and our service? When will we get to the point where it's bigger than the next strategy? When will it get bigger than where it just becomes more than just a number? I wonder. And see, I'm just willing and bold enough to come on here around the holiday season and talk about something totally left from where others may be posting, where others may be doing reels on. And yeah, I get it. It's the holiday season. You want to post reels on, Christmas holiday and Santa Claus and Jingle Bells and with the reindeer and all that other great stuff because it gets you a whole bunch of likes and comments and shares. I get all that. And trust me, right? It's amazing. No judgment whatsoever. But part of my brand here, Transformation Greatness, being the founder of that motivates, encourages, and inspires the masses, I have a duty, guys, and an obligation to really, for those that don't have the voice, I have that responsibility, guys, to be able to come on here and speak on their behalf. And I get it because I'm just watching the numbers here, and I get it, right? Some of the things in which I talk about is not sexy. Some of the things I talk about, it may not be trendy or it may be juicy or anything like that. And that's totally fine. I've been past the point where I don't pay attention as far as to the numbers or how many people is on my live stream, because I know on a replay, right? I know on a replay, for those that this resonates with, they're going to respond. They may not watch the whole thing, but they are going to respond. They are going to put a comment. Something to think about. The voice for the voiceless. When you feel like what you're doing is not enough. You done tried everything, and yet you just feel like, you know what, this is not cutting it. When you feel like no one understands you. When you feel like when you're trying to explain yourself, that people are just cutting you off and they're so quick to give you their notions and their opinions and their observations. And you feel like that you're in a crowd of 100 people, and yet you feel this small. I'm here to speak on your behalf. And why is that, Shawn? Why do you feel so strong about this topic? Because there are so many individuals that have greatness upon them. And I took my glasses off purposely. just to show you how serious I am about this matter. So many authors, so many CEOs, so many CFOs, so many presidents, vice presidents. I mean, so much talent out there. And it's a shame that we don't give them the safe space, the safe haven that they need to truly express their true talents. That's the reason why I love as far as what I do. I love using this platform to interview individuals, those that's up and coming, rising stars, because I was that individual. I love to learn from other individuals. I love learning. The power of connection in relationships is so powerful. Going on my 12th year in business as being an entrepreneur, I have learned so much, from just listening to other individuals. Finding out what is their passion, what is their purpose, what do they thrive at, what do they love. It's incredible, guys. It's incredible. You know, the last few individuals that I had an opportunity to interview, these people are amazing, man. And they have different levels of expertise, and they're very creative in their own skill sets. And I know they can resonate an ID with this because a lot of times they have stuff to say. They have value to offer. But certain times they wonder, are people truly listening? Yeah. Do you feel like that at times? Come on now, somebody. Talk to me now. Do you feel like that at certain times? Where that when you're trying to convey an idea or a concept, and you feel like as far as that you're in a sea full of sharks, and you're just a little fish, and all you want to do is to get your idea across. All you want to do is just get your concept across. All you want is just for one person to listen, and yet everybody's just so loud, yakety yak, giving out their ideas, their concepts, their opinions, their expertise, their everything else. And you're like, but I got something I want to say. But by that time, it's just been so much noise, so much, you just feel like, man, what's the use? So this is where a person like myself and many others in which that I know that are not afraid to use this platform or any other platform which that they have and become that voice. And you know something? I do it because it's just the right thing to do. And again, I know it's not popular. I know it's not sexy. Maybe at certain times controversial. But I want you to think about something. Name me one person that has created a legacy on the face of this planet that wasn't controversial, that didn't face resistance, or had to deal with adversity again and again and again and again. Name me one person. I'll wait. You guys don't understand where I'm coming from. So in closing, I want to go ahead and leave you all with this. As we close out 2023, moving into 2024, whatever plans and goals in which that you have, whatever aspirations that you're looking to achieve, whatever levels that you are looking to ascend to, I want you to keep this in mind. I want you to think about Who is that one person, or who is a part of that group, or what group can I come in and truly add value by becoming the voice for the voiceless? Tracy Allen knows exactly what I'm talking about because she does that on a daily basis, and she does a masterful job at it. And if you're curious and you'd like to know more of what she does, by all means, you see her, reach out to her. She was on my show the other day. If you haven't had a chance to see the podcast, by all means, scroll down to my page and check it out. Amazing, amazing, amazing. But if you have that mentality, if you adopt that, if you can accept the idea of what I just mentioned, of why you looking for a person or a group, indeed, thank you, on how you can become a voice for the voiceless, I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, there will be opportunities, there will be blessings coming down the pipeline so fast that will literally make your head spin. I hope that somebody got some insight and value from this podcast. If so, please feel free to shoot me a message or leave me a comment. Let me know if this resonated with you whatsoever. If there's anyone that you believe that can benefit from this, please go ahead and tag them in the comments or share this out as well. And I would definitely appreciate that. And with that being said, guys, this concludes another episode here of Transformation Greatness along with the Small Business Network podcast. I am your host, Shawn A. White. I appreciate everyone for listening in. And I'm going to end this segment like I do all my others here. And if what I stated on here either motivated, transformed, or inspired at least one person, then may God be the glory, and I take no credit for absolutely none of it. Until then, you're all amazing. Please enjoy the rest of your weekend by His grace and mercy. Look forward to seeing you all on the next episode. Peace and love, family. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good one.